What has your experience been working in the real estate industry?
Like, everyone always fucking wants something in real estate. I swear to God, bro.
Real estate's a very networking-based industry. You have to know people. You have to have connections.
Yeah. We're still stuck trying to get this business going.
So a lot of people fall into that trap and they don't get out of it.
Hearing your story freaking pumps me up. It fires me up, dude. Welcome back to the AstraCAST, everybody. This is episode 11 that we're recording, actually. We are a little more than 50% to the 1% podcaster mark.
True.
Right?
Yeah,
Isn't
so
it like 20-something?
So I think what people want to get to 21 episodes before they quit.
Right.
It's something like that.
So,
if you can make it past.
That's
Shout
our,
out John Mendez for teaching us that fact.
That's our first goal. 21 episodes.
Well, I have faith in you guys. You guys are going to make it.
We gotta make it. Thank you, bro. There's no choice. I at least got to 22, so we made it.
So, welcome. This is Nick's lovely home. Thank you, Nick, for allowing us to be here.
Something else.
Is that okay for people to know?
Oh, I don't care,
The
dude.
studio's in Nick's house.
They could tell it's in like a fucking half-ass bedroom in like small cave. Like,
Listen, gotta make it work. However, we gotta.
good.
I'm getting a little stuffy now.
Really?
Yeah, all of a sudden. Anyways, on this episode, we have Kuba, videographer, photographer. We used to go to Central together. We used to go to CCSU. We met at, I think, through one of the missionaries on campus.
Right. Wait, did you actually go to CCSU?
I did.
Oh, you did?
I went for 2 years.
For 2 years, yeah.
And
okay.
I would joke about dropping out. At the time when we had met, I would joke about dropping out. And I think I dropped out just before you did. Did you finish?
No, I dropped out before you.
Did you?
Did you graduate 2019 high school?
I did.
Yeah, I dropped out after 1 year.
After 1 year?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I went to UConn. I didn't go to CCSU.
Oh.
Yeah. But I was a part of the community there.
Gotcha.
That's how we met.
That makes sense.
Oh, okay.
So we met at CCSU.
Yeah.
Through one of the missionary groups.
Yeah.
And so, interesting. I had that backwards.
Crazy.
But anyways, what stood out about you, I loved that you were pursuing business, that you were pursuing something different besides from the traditional schooling. And one of our earliest conversations, I remember you talking about that you were you were getting involved, I believe, with videography, that you were pursuing something different. And that really stood out to me. Kuba is our guest. Thank you so much for being here. His links will be below. Check out his work. And
Thank you.
It gets
Kuba,
really hot in this house.
tell us about yourself. A little background.
Yeah, well, I've been making videos for almost 10 years now. So
Oh,
a long
shit.
time. Yeah, I started early in high school.
Jeez.
So, yeah, almost 10 years of videography. I've had my business now, Kuba Studios, for over 3 years now. It was my 3-year anniversary on February 4th. So
Congrats.
just less than a year, than
Yeah.
a month ago, which is nice. So 3 years in the business. I've had a lot of different opportunities to work with a bunch of different people. That's kind of my personality. I'm a little bit all over the place. And as a result, I've kind of experimented with all sorts of different style of videos and content creation. Like I've worked with influencers, I've worked with real estate, I've worked in the food industry, I've worked in the sport industry. I did my first wedding video not too long ago.
Ooh.
Like I do videos in all sorts of realms and fields, and I'm young, so I can kind of experiment. And one day I'll kind of pick more of a set path.
Yeah.
But while I'm young, I can kind of just,
Get a
take
taste.
take a little taste of everything and see, what I enjoy more than other things.
Good for you.
Huh.
Yeah.
Why'd you get into videography? What got you?
Why?
Whoa. There's a bit of a story here.
A little bit. No, my earliest memory of wanting to make videos was a Minecraft video. I filmed it. This was in like 2011. So this was probably now 13 years ago. The
Really?
first time I wanted to make a video, I literally stacked an iPod. I don't even think I had an iPhone then. On top of like toilet paper, and then at the top I had like a napkin holder, and I put my iPod in there, and I faced it at the television, and I tried to make like a Minecraft tutorial video. I recorded the whole thing, but then I realized that now there's an editing process after the filming process, and I was too young and I didn't understand how to edit, and that video just has been sitting on my iPod I think ever since. I don't know. I'd have to look at it if it's still there. But it was like a 10-minute long Minecraft tutorial.
Interesting.
So I always for the longest time since I was like 10 years old, I had there's something inside of me that wanted to create. And early on in high school, I never really liked writing essays. Mm-hmm. And for the first time, a teacher offered like, okay, if you don't want to write an essay, you can do a presentation or you can do a video. And that was the first time I've been offered that opportunity to make a video. And I thought, you know what? Why not? I don't want to write an essay. Let me just make a video. Gotcha. So I asked my brother. He just bought like a brand new laptop with I'm pretty sure Final Cut Pro was installed on it. That was probably the first editing software I used. Maybe it was iMovie. I don't remember. But I borrowed his laptop for a few days, made a video. This was for history class. And
do you still have that video?
I probably do. It's probably on my old computer. I haven't seen it in a while. But just because I was the only kid in the class that made a video, the teacher gave me like an A+ for it. Like it wasn't that good of a video, but it was unique. It was
dude, you were ballsy.
It was I just didn't want to write an essay. I did not think to make a video. It was and I didn't want to do a presentation because I was quite shy at the time. I didn't want to do public speaking.
Interesting.
So yeah, video was for me just felt like the easiest option to get a good grade. And and once I got that A+, I was like, yo, maybe I'm actually like a really good videographer. Now I've realized no, it was just because no one else did it, and you know. The teacher was just surprised that someone actually chose to make a video and gave it a good grade, I'm pretty sure. But I was after that, almost all my projects that I could make a video for, instead of writing an essay or doing a presentation, I said yes and did that. And almost every time, since no one else would do it, I would just get an A+. Just get a 100 for it. Not because it was good or the information was any better than what someone wrote in an essay, but because of its uniqueness, and that I added more creative elements as I started making more and more videos.
Interesting.
So that's how I started.
Early experience.
Yeah.
Interesting. Cool. So you took I'll go. You gonna say a question?
No, go.
So you took that and you ran with it now to starting Kuba Studios. So what made you decide that you were gonna just take the risk on your own and build a business? Because it can't be easy to build a videography business from scratch. So what made you
at what point did you decide, oh shit, I have a chance here.
I can do it.
Yeah, just to I guess fill in the gap from when that initial start to videography to where I am now. Like what happened in the middle was like I started a YouTube channel once I got good at the editing, just to make like soccer videos. That's all I did with my friends. Gotcha. Any challenges?
Your own soccer videos?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
like
when
challenge
the YouTube
videos.
Space was popping off. Gotcha.
Like the Sidemen, KSI, Rotoshaw, a bunch of other soccer
you familiar?
YouTubers.
A little bit. Nothing crazy.
No.
I was never a soccer guy.
Those guys in particular were a very famous UK group.
Yeah. Sidemen?
Yeah.
Oh, I know about Sidemen and KSI and shit.
Yeah.
And so, they kind of all did their own independent thing. They would do the pranks. They would do a lot of the videos. They were trick shot videos, right?
Yep.
Wow. So you guys would do those?
Yeah, I did. Like they were nowhere near as good, but again, I just made a bunch of them, and I think the second or third video I ever made was a Pokemon Go video.
Ooh. Good time.
Gotcha.
And my first videos only got like 10, 20 views, but then the Pokemon Go video, it was like hella clickbait. And it got like over 1,000 views right off the bat. And for me at the time, I'm like, yo, I'm going viral. Like, this is crazy. So that pushed me to then make more and more YouTube videos. Again, I wasn't good at all. Wasn't talented. Didn't have any like raw skills. Just had
a passion.
And really enjoyed it. Then Go forward a few more years. For Christmas, my parents bought me my first ever camera.
Yeah.
So I went from an iPod / iPhone to now I had a camera, and I fell in love with learning about the different techniques and ways that you could use a camera. Got Premiere Pro, started learning different editing techniques. Really enjoyed that process. And in high school, I got my first paid gig, which was like $5, which was so much money for me at the time. Like, whoa,
Sure.
$5. Like I've never made any money in my life from doing things that.
Yeah.
I think it was a gym video from my friend Cal. He wanted like a gym edit because he was going to the gym. He was getting big, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll do it for $5.
Say no more. Like,
$5.
Okay.
And when he said yes, I was like over the moon. I'm like, whoa, I can start making money off these videos.
Yeah.
And then each time someone asked me for a video, I would just double the price.
Yeah.
So from $5, then I went to 10, then 20, then 40, and that's how it worked.
Really?
And then I got to a point where now it's like early college days, and I have a few clients where I'm making, some money on the side. And COVID hit, and I was in college at the time. So I was actually pursuing computer science and just doing videography on the side. And when COVID happened, all of a sudden I had all this free time. I didn't have to attend classes.
Yeah.
And I already had a few video clients. And the real estate market was popping off during the COVID time.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of work in the real estate market. And I just started making more and more money. And I realized that there's an opportunity here to actually start a business and to see where it can take me.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of time to think about it. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to take a semester off from UConn and go at this 100% and see how it goes. It was a tough decision. My parents weren't very happy about it.
Not
and
on board right away.
a lot of my friends were confused, but I just felt like it was the right time to make that decision. Ultimately, it kind of wasn't. The first few months were pretty rough.
Right.
Looking back at it, I definitely had some doubts, but looking back at it now, it was definitely the right decision.
Interesting.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Whoa. So what is your thought process as you're about to make that decision? And I mean, your parents, it doesn't seem like they were completely against it because they supported the passion. They got you a camera and so you started kind of showing them actual live results, getting paid, here and there. But then when you get to that point, you're about to make that decision. What goes through your mind?
I mean, a lot. It took many, many months to convince myself that this was a viable option. And like I said, it was a very tough decision, and I was kind of wrong. Like, it wasn't, the first few months of business were tough. I mean, there was a lot to learn, a lot to handle on the business side now that I have a business, like taxes. I have to get an accounting software. I have to handle all the invoicing. I have to handle all these different elements that I didn't have to do when I was just doing on the side, more for fun. Everything was just cash and word of mouth or handshake deals.
Yeah.
But now I gotta work with contracts, tax, all these different things that I don't enjoy as much as the content
Gotcha.
creation. But I do like money, so I'm not a
Fair.
I like money, and I don't hate the business side of it either.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it, but definitely my heart is with, and the passion is for the content creation.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Cool.
Do you want to ask something?
No, dude, go do your thing.
I wanted to ask, ultimately, why did you full send?
Well, because UConn had an option to just take a semester off. So I think
Oh.
if it was to completely withdraw from UConn and it would be very difficult to get back in, that would have been a lot more difficult of a decision to make. But I convinced myself by saying, okay, it's just one semester. It's COVID times anyways.
Try it out.
There's no in-person classes
Yeah.
during 2021. So, and I prefer in-person classes. So I said, you know what? I can take the semester off and then come back next semester when there's in-person classes that I enjoy anyways a lot more. I told my parents about it, that I was thinking about dropping out, and they didn't like the idea one bit, not at all. I brought it to some friends as well. A lot of them were like, dude, like just finish college, and then after
You're
college
almost
is over,
Yeah.
then you can, start your business. I had a few friends that were a bit more supportive or understanding of the possibility of not going to college.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a lot of different opinions that I was taking into consideration. But ultimately, I just had to stick with my gut and just go for it.
That's the toughest part.
Yeah.
So when you see people, and especially your folks, and even your closest friends, is tough because their opinions do weigh a piece of you, especially your folks.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So taking that step, it obviously is the right decision, but it's like the toughest, arguably one of the toughest things you do to in your business is taking that step. So many people don't even take the step because of those outside influences, because of their parents, because of their friends. Oh, just wait till you finish college. Oh, just get a stable job, get some benefits, and then see if you can make something else work. So a lot of people fall into that trap, and they don't get out of it, and then they never pursue it. So it's good you did, because if you didn't take the semester off, you could have finished computer science, got a job, Microsoft, working with Gates. Yeah,
That wouldn't be too bad either. But.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Financially, yeah, you'd be killing. But yeah, you wouldn't have that. You wouldn't be able to pursue your passion. So it's good you did that. And hopefully, you can inspire some people to do the same. And everyone here is a college dropout. So,
Right.
Yeah.
And there's always people always say, "Oh, I could do it later. I could do it later."
Yeah.
And then 5 years comes and you're
Haven't done
stuck
it.
in a 9 to 5, and you have all these new responsibilities, and it's even
Right.
more difficult than
Yeah.
it is to do it early on when you're young.
You got family, you got kids. Now
Yeah.
you got actual bills you got to pay,
Yeah.
everything. So it's tough.
One thing too, it's so interesting. You said, "Oh, COVID hit, and all of a sudden I have a bunch of extra time now."
I was grateful, at least with that part of COVID. I'm grateful. The
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
that was the best part of it.
What is your reaction to those that, when they think back to when COVID first hit and they think about school? What's your reaction to those people that say, "Oh my gosh, COVID was so difficult. School was so hard." Like, do you have an opinion towards those people?
I mean, it was more difficult. I mean, definitely the first few weeks, everyone was in shock of what this is, how bad is it going to be. Those first few weeks were very confusing and difficult. The only exciting part was when they announced that school was temporarily closed.
Yeah.
Everyone was excited.
Where
for
were
that.
you at the time when they sent out that email that, you know what, guys, everybody were, what was that first?
I think it was in math class.
It was in math class.
At UConn, yeah, when we got the information. And I was very happy in the moment, but then a few days later, I was just a bit confused. I didn't know how bad this pandemic could get. you know? But
Interesting.
no, it was definitely more difficult. It was harder to see people,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. I couldn't see friends for a while, for at least a month. And then eventually my parents were more okay with me going outside and seeing friends, playing soccer with them.
Man, what a weird time.
Yeah.
Oh, what a time, right? It's something else. We lived through it.
Yeah.
It's history. You know what I mean?
It's funny because that reminds me, when they announced or when they officially announced that COVID was becoming a big deal, I was in the student center on Central's campus, and all of a sudden, everybody's devices go off, and there's this email, and it's like an emergency email, big bold letters. Listen, to all our students that are currently on campus, we're calling an evacuation. Like, somebody on campus has tested positive for COVID. Everybody evacuate, but evacuate calmly. Everybody's fucking running out of there, bro.
Dips, bro.
Everybody's dipping, bro. The parking lots, dude, parking on a normal day, getting in and out is already hectic. Imagine everybody freaking rushing
At once.
off campus, dude. Fucking running to who the fuck knows where. It was a sight to see. It was pretty interesting, because at first it's like you read the message and then your heart, personally my heart freaking felt like it stopped for a beat, because I'm like, this is real.
So you guys just closed immediately. Yeah. That's
They said
wild.
we're done.
and then it was like, okay, they're full evacuation until further notice,
And that further notice was
and everybody was like,
a
oh
year
my,
later.
it was crazy. So it was interesting. And so you guys were offered a semester off.
Yeah, at first it was just 2 weeks. So
Mhm.
ours was just, I think it was like a Thursday or Friday when they announced it, and they just said, you're not coming back on Monday. We didn't have a case, I don't believe, on campus. And yeah, we just had a 2-week break, and then that got extended to the whole semester.
Gotcha.
Interesting. Huh.
That's so funny,
Isn't that something?
dude. But now when we think about timing, and we think about how God's timing is perfect, would you say it is?
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking, dude. We had that same like thought today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We like had an epiphany in the car, coming back from this deal, and we're like, dude, like, what are the odds? Because like we had this like it's off topic. I'm sorry, but
No,
it's
this-
like
On
on the topic of like what you were saying, it's like in the car we're like, man, if it feels like, cause like a lot now, like there's a lot more moving parts happening. Like now the business is growing, we're starting to do more volume, and we're like sitting there. It didn't like click until we're like at this light, and I was like, dude, like what? Like we're actually like we thought about this like a couple years ago, like we're like wanting it, but now we're finally in it, and it doesn't even feel like you just do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like that timing is fucking perfect, dude. So it's like it's God's plan. Everything works out for the way it's supposed to work out.
Exactly.
So
And if things aren't going the right way, he'll redirect you
He'll
back
redirect you.
on path.
and you learn something from those tough times and those the trying times and the things when you think it's not going your way, you learn something. So you learn that you get a feather for your cap for something that you're gonna need down the line.
I like that. Feather for your cap.
Yeah, feather for I've been saying it like all the time now, dude. I'm trying to like weave it in
Yeah.
like a saying, like something different people don't say all the time. But yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I enjoy the times when life's really difficult.
yeah.
I'm very much I love it when there's been some suffering or some pain in my life, because I know that once that happens, like all of a sudden my body and my mind just shifts into like overdrive into getting out of the situation.
It does. That's
It does.
a fact.
It's,
Yeah.
it's such a cool
Wow.
phenomenon that
'Cause
happens.
you're like, how could I get out of this pain point?
Yeah.
You're forcing yourself to do it because you don't want to be stuck in that pain point.
Right.
So it's like, I love that.
But not everyone can do it. Some people, when they hit rock bottom, it life gets tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
What would you say were some of your toughest moments?
toughest moments.
Yeah. Let's time window right before like you make that decision, just full send on your business. Since you started your business, what have been some of the toughest moments for you?
I've had a pretty easy life. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, yeah, there's been. I can't complain, honestly. Nothing
Hey,
that I
dude,
could bring
yeah.
in this podcast is worthy of complaining about. My life's been fairly straightforward. I've been quite fortunate. There's been tough decisions I've had to make at points, but nothing crazy.
Good for you, dude.
Yeah.
That's
Nothing crazy.
that's good to hear. That's refreshing to hear, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost, you know what I mean?
I guess recently I told Marcos earlier, but I tore my ACL
Oh shit! Really?
like a couple weeks ago.
are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I can walk. I actually went hiking the other day.
So you walked up those stairs like you were clean.
Yeah,
I
no,
would
I'm
never
fine.
tell, bro. Like that's crazy.
I was fine, but yeah, I got it confirmed today. Actually,
That's torn.
I knew a couple weeks ago
Jeez.
that it was very likely from what the doctor said.
So what'd you do? How'd you tear it?
I was playing soccer, and there was a through ball, and so they passed the ball in front of me, and it was just like a 1-on-1 with me and the goalkeeper, and I was running as fast as I could to get to the ball, and right before I got there, I decided, okay, I'm gonna try to chip the ball over the goalie, and the way I planted my left foot to try to chip the ball,
Ooh.
it like locked up, and I hyperextended it. I heard a pop, and then my leg just jiggled, and I fell to the ground.
You heard it.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Did it hurt? Like, or was it just like numb?
it did for like a minute or two, and then I'm like, I want to go back on and play, and I tried. I like warmed up. I was jogging a bit.
Yeah.
I probably could have, but I said not to.
Jeez.
What a
But yeah,
fucking-
no,
oh my
it's
God.
snapped in half. Like it's grade 3 tear. It's like the worst case scenario.
You're just like sitting here with the torn ACL.
Yeah. It's not
what a
super
legend.
uncommon for that to be the case. I had a
Really?
friend that couldn't, but ACLs are weird. They're bad injuries and they take a long time to heal. It's probably gonna be 9 months before I could play soccer again. But you can walk on them most of the time.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Because what the ACL does is just its main function is just to stabilize the knee.
yeah.
But the rest of your knee
Mm.
is what's behind the motion.
So you need like a surgery to like reattach it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It would be the best option. It's not required, but not all the time will that naturally reconnect. So surgery is probably the best option.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I would just get
But
surgery.
yeah, that was a moment though that I faced adversity this year. Probably the worst day of the year. Yeah, was early February. I think February 1st is when I
Jeez.
tore it.
Right before the 3-year anniversary.
Yeah, right before it.
Dude.
And when I heard the news, I was just like, I felt in my heart that it didn't feel right, and I'm like, shoot, it's gonna be a while. But I immediately just accepted my fate and was like, all right, well now I'm just gonna have more free time for my business. I'm gonna have more free time for friends and family,
Yeah.
and that ultimately it might turn out to be a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Always happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Everything.
That's cool. And the fact that you have your business going and yet you still make time for soccer.
Yeah, it wasn't much though. It was like an hour a week.
It's an hour a week.
Yeah.
But still,
That's
to-
something,
to,
bro.
to keep up with something as like physically demanding. Is it for a league? Is it with a group of buddies?
Yeah, it was just with it's a league. My team is with my high school friends for the most part.
Yeah.
My brother's a part of it. Some other people we met through college are also part of it. But yeah, we used to play in high school all the time, and it was always fun playing. So I'm gonna miss that.
Yeah.
It was my main way of like seeing them and bonding with them.
You hear a lot of people especially starting in the entrepreneurial field, and the biggest complaint is not knowing how to balance work and our passions.
Yeah.
And it seems like you kind of grasped that early on. It's like it wasn't a problem. How do you what would you say to those kind of struggling?
Yeah, I mean, you just have to be efficient. You have to be effective, and you have to just put the hours in when you have it scheduled. And if you do that, then you'll have time. Assuming it depends on how many hours you want to put in. Honestly, if you want to put 80, 100 hours into your business, then you really won't have time for much. But I don't put that many hours into my business. I mean, it varies from week to week, but I try to have a balance between being able to see friends, to spend time with family, to have some time for sports and exercise, and to have Sundays off to be able to just relax. So yeah, no, I try to balance it out.
Yeah.
Dude, you got it put together.
I try to.
That's
But
awesome.
at the same time, there's also a part of me that just wants to just grind 100%, put in 80, 100 hours a week and kind of see what happens. I couldn't do that forever. I'm not that type of
tiring.
entrepreneur.
Like, yeah.
I don't think I am, but I'm curious to see what my limit is. I don't think I've reached it in terms of how many hours I'm putting in each week. I think I could push myself more, for sure. But yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what my breaking point will be before I go crazy.
Dude. Oh man.
Have you guys experienced that?
That's inspiring.
That's so inspiring. Yeah. This past December we were turning over a unit, and I looked at Marcos. No, he said to me, "You're like, man, I'm really tired." And I was like, no shit.
I feel like I think I just plopped down.
Yeah, he just laid on the floor. He's like, dude, I'm so tired.
It was freaking dark as shit. We're in the middle of freaking
It
Meriden.
was 10 o'clock, yeah, and fucking Wilbur.
We're trying to do stuff, and I plop on the ground, and I'm like, I lean back, and I'm like, dude, I'm tired.
That moment we realized, because like it's funny, I talked to my fiance the same like week about this. I was like, I literally got blood work done because I thought there was something wrong with me because of like how exhausted I was every single day. I couldn't get out of bed, bro. Like,
how many hours do you guys sleep?
Well, at that time it was like 5 or 6.
Ooh, yeah.
Like 7 on a good night. I would really try. My boy, we had Tyler on. He sleeps 8 to 9 hours a night. This kid's like efficient.
He's good.
He has a schedule. He follows it. And for us, we were just like grinding nonstop. We're trying to get this up and moving more. We're trying to juggle the rehabs. Trying to juggle more projects. It was just like it was just too much. And we just didn't. We were not as good as we are now at like balancing what we have and like identifying our roles in the business. And that's something our coach taught us early on, was identifying our roles. But we're too busy trying to help each other nonstop. It's like, okay, we'll both do it together. But when you do that, you're going to get tired because now there's a million other things that one person could be working on throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
The other person could be working on throughout the day. But each person's doing the two things that technically it just needs one person to do.
Yeah.
It just like, you'll just get.
So mitigating tasks
Yeah.
was like an important
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And you know what? Now that you say that too,
You notice?
an interesting point.
Yeah.
Kuba, like we're still, and it's our fault.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
We're still stuck trying to get this business going, and while working a full time for somebody else.
Yeah.
And then, so like you got 2 full times, and then all of a sudden, like, any free time is shit. I'm behind.
Yeah.
I gotta
do more.
like, work on one or the other.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I'm really glad that we're transitioning out because we can have more time to like dial in. You know what I mean? So it's like trying to do both. It's like it's brutal,
Dude.
So
To get to your state, bro, where it's just your business, you don't have anything else to worry about, dude. Hearing your story freaking pumps me up.
right?
It fires me up, dude.
What a fucking guy. So
Yeah.
That
No,
is-
I stopped doing a lot. Like I stopped playing video games back in high school.
yeah.
That was a huge time
Mhm.
consumer. Haven't touched video games since.
Oh, good for
I
you.
think
Not
I did
even-
play FIFA. Which FIFA did I play? The one during the World Cup. That was FIFA 22, I think. I got it because it was the last ever FIFA, and it was the one during the World Cup. So obviously, for
Yeah.
a month's time, that's everyone's gonna be just talking about soccer, and I just want to play soccer and
Yeah.
play FIFA.
Mhm.
But as soon as the World Cup was done, I got rid of the game. Haven't played video games since.
Jeez.
Oh, good for you.
That's discipline, bro.
I'm a big Overwatch fan, so like if I
Yeah.
get an hour at night or something, like when like she's in bed, not in bed, but she's like kind of like unwinding for the night, I'll be like, I'm trying to sneak in a game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just like
Well, it's good to have something
It's
that
like
you
a
can
reward.
that you
Yeah.
have at the end of the night.
Something,
You need like an hour before you go to sleep where it's just you time,
yeah,
do whatever you want,
Mm.
just enjoy it, relax, and get ready to recharge for tomorrow.
yeah,
Dang.
feels good.
I haven't
good.
learned that lesson yet.
Yeah,
Just last night, night times, I find so much peace and quiet. Nobody's disturbing me. If I'm doing on something on the computer, I will go to like 12, 1 in the morning still, because I just get into this flow.
Mm. Yeah.
Nothing. My phone's not going off. I get into this flow, and then I end up just sleeping however long I can until I have to forcefully like go do something else,
Yeah.
or something else is scheduled. I'm terrible at that balance, dude.
Do you guys have morning routines that you follow?
no,
No.
I try and meditate every morning. I'll meditate. I'll check my emails. I'll do my freedom stuff, and then I'll dive into like what we're doing. And this is I try and in Freedom's I work with another investment company. I provide like a closing service, so I'll like close. I do all of our sales over there, but I'll try and I'll block that throughout the day, so I can like kind of mix and match.
Yeah.
But I'm really bad at doing that, and I'll just like get distracted. My phone will go off. I'll take a call for this, and then something else pop up, and it's like ask Marcos. Like we're in the car today. And I took like 3 different calls for 3 separate like things, and I was like, "Man, this really."
Somebody's whining over here. Somebody's
Some-
complaining over
Somebody,
there.
everyone always fucking wants something in real
Yeah.
estate. I swear to God, bro. I'm just like, man.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
I'm very aware of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Phone calls all the time.
Yeah, what has your experience been working in the real estate industry?
Yeah, I mean, I got to see it from the outside perspective, looking in. I've gotten to work with a bunch of different real estate agents from around Connecticut, Florida. So it's been an experience of understanding that space. So I have a good, decent perspective on it. And yeah, it's a lot of phone calls. Like when I'm doing the video shoots with my client, at least 3, 4, 5 different times you'll hear their phone ringing.
Yeah,
A different client needs something,
Gotcha.
or someone else that they're working with, another realtor needs something. It's a lot. Real estate's a very networking based industry. You have to know people, you have to have connections, and you have to have your word out there for people to find you.
That's the biggest thing.
And that's why this podcast is really important to you guys.
Yeah, it's like it's reach, and it's like we'll go to like these networking events and we'll just talk about it. And someone's like, "Oh, you guys have a podcast?" And we'll like joke about it, like, "Oh yeah, I know everyone's doing it, but like here, like, here's what we do with ours."
Yeah.
And this one person, hopefully they don't watch this.
Two
one.
now.
Yeah, two now. Yeah, two people like asked to be on it, and I never thought somebody would ask to like be a guest. Usually we're asking people because they're like, "Oh, we want people on here," but somebody's like, "So you guys take guests?" Like, I'd love to like hop on. I was like, "What?
That'd
You
be
would?"
dope. That's awesome. Yeah, that's the steps.
Yeah, it's
Now you're
cool.
reaching the next level.
It's something.
Somebody sent out an email today. Asking
Yeah.
us to be on their podcast.
I was like, "What?"
So
Networking.
I mean, granted, I mean it's another small. I mean,
Yeah, they're small too, but
we're all
like,
trying to build, but
oh, man,
I thought that was kind of cool too. That
Yeah.
you know,
so
That's awesome.
That's
Good
massive.
for you guys. Yeah.
dude, so
Congratulations.
appreciate you. Yeah, no, congratulations to you, bro. You've been like killing it nonstop. So like, what does your day look like? An average day in the life of Kuba. What's it look like?
An average day that goes well.
Fair. Yes, that's the
That
thing,
goes
right?
well.
Like,
it goes well.
How
often do they go well?
most of the time.
Most of
I can't
the
complain.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Good.
But I usually, if I follow my morning routine the way I should,
Yeah.
it's actually quite strict. I have a pretty long morning routine.
Can we dive into it? Like,
Yeah, we could dive into it. I think I remember off the top of my head, but pretty much I wake up. I literally have everything written down on a piece of paper, like exactly what I should do. Because when I wake up, I'm a little drowsy at first, so I just look at the paper, do what I have to do,
Fuck, dude.
and there's less
good.
thinking because I used to try to do my morning routine without like a to-do list, and I would just be like walking around the house, like not knowing what to do next, and it was just basic stuff like brushing your teeth,
Yeah.
all that, and I would just forget because it's so early in the morning. But like the first thing I have is just wake up. That's the first thing. Second thing is turn off a fan. I have like a fan in my room for like white noise.
Yeah.
So I turn that off. Then the next thing is dress, usually into sporty clothes because I try to go out on like a walk or a run.
Yeah.
Now I can't do that. So it's just going to be walks
Yeah.
in the morning. I have a cup in my room with water that I have. So I take that downstairs, put in the sink. Then I take another cup, pour new water in, drink from that before I go out on my walk. Have this all written down and memorized. Oh, I have also a time, use the bathroom, go use the toilet, go brush my teeth. What else? Wash my face. I try to wash my face every morning if I can. That'll wake me up quickly. And then I get outside after like 15, 20 minutes because it's really important to go outside as soon as possible because the sunlight and the I don't know the science behind it. I've watched a lot of videos. But whatever's in the sun starts, one, it just wakes you up. It's super bright. You have to be more alert. But whatever those rays are coming into your sun,
They create vitamin D.
it creates vitamin D. I mean, I think sun just signals that it's daytime. It's time to get to work. That's what it means. So I go outside for like 20 minutes. That's what you need to get an adequate amount of vitamin D. Maybe in the winter you should be out a bit more. Yeah, you were gonna say?
Oh no, they talk about seeing the sunrise and set is good
Yeah.
for your rhythm, your circadian.
Yes, that's another thing for your circadian rhythm. So it's easier to have a set sleep schedule when you do that. And then I come back from my walk. I then take some salt,
I've heard about that.
some red, I think Himalayan salt. I'll put
Yeah.
that in my
Put it
mouth.
in your water.
No, I don't
oh.
like it in water. It doesn't taste good. So I rather just take it straight.
Really?
It's a lot quicker.
What does that do for you?
There's a lot of minerals in there that are good for you.
Mm.
It also helps since I ideally fast in the morning. I don't eat for a couple of hours. That it helps you not be as hungry. So the salt, again, I don't remember the science behind it. I did the research many months ago before I set this morning routine. But salt was beneficial.
I've heard. Have you heard that? Some people say sprinkle a little salt, like just a pinch, in your water.
Yeah.
You know, when I was sick a couple weeks ago, we have this like what's it called, like Celtic salt or something like that, the green salt, and it's supposed to help you like hydrate more.
Yeah.
So I would like put some of that like under my tongue and take some sips of water, and like I didn't truthfully notice a difference, but I'm hoping it worked.
Oh,
So I
that's
felt better.
perfect,
Like
yeah.
I felt better quicker. I guess you could say I wasn't sick for that long, so maybe it worked. But
yeah, salt's
um,
really good when you're
something-
sick too.
Mhm.
yeah,
Some other components in there.
interesting.
Wow.
Naturopath stuff. Trying to get me and her have this big thing. We're trying to get like not do anything like big pharma stuff like that. They're trying to get you sick. Anyways, I won't dive too deep into that conspiracy, but yeah, we try to do everything like naturally. So when I was sick, I had we ever heard of fermented garlic? So when you put garlic inside of honey, and like honey, and I think this is garlic and honey,
Mhm.
and if you let it sit for like weeks or months, the longer it sits, the better it'll ferment, and like the honey will turn into a syrup. So it's like it's not like sticky honey, it's like a syrup of honey. You could just like take a spoonful,
Oh,
and the
wow.
garlic loses its flavor, and it just tastes like the honey. And so if you eat that, it's like really good to like help fight any virus that's in your body. Do some of that, do some oil of
Yeah.
oregano, do some black seed oil. You mix all three, you're golden.
Yeah.
And lots of Advil for
Another-
me personally because I was stiff as a board. But yeah, no, so little things,
Yeah, there's a lot of natural remedies to help cure different things,
right?
which is good.
It's crazy.
If you can use those first before going to get medications, I think that's the best route for
Interesting.
sure.
The best to play.
Yeah.
Those people who live the longest, they take like no meds.
Mm.
People who live longer, they have like nothing in their system.
Yeah. No.
They're like natural. I
Yeah.
talked to this lawyer. He was, I don't know why he talked to me he talked to me for an hour. I told you about him. I don't know why.
Niels?
It's on the phone. Yeah, Neil's lawyer.
Jeez.
This man talked. I never met him a day in my life. Called him to like vouch for like the guy we rent to now. And this guy, he was like, yeah, he's a great tenant. And I was like, okay, man, well, hey, thanks so much for the information. Have a great day. He's like, yeah, no, so, but he kept going. I'm like, yes, I've been practicing for 35 years. And I feel great. I kid you not. He just started telling how good he's like. I do yoga every morning. I stretch. I eat my certain like foods. He's like, you know what? He's like, 6 years ago I had a stroke, and that's the last thing that's ever happened to me. He goes, and that was a fluke. He goes, my brother didn't make it past 58. He kept going. And next thing you know, I'm like, I had to go to my parents' house. I was at their house. I was playing with my dog. I got the frisbee stuck on the roof. I'm getting on the frisbee. This guy's still talking to me, dude. Like, they have like a roof rake, so I was like trying to get it down. And this guy's still going.
Uh-huh.
But the moral story, he was just like, this dude's like, I think he's like 70 something now. But he's like medication free. He's like pleased with how happy his life has been. His girlfriend died like years ago, so he just lives by himself. And he's like, yeah, my life is fantastic. And I'm like, good for you. He's like, it's the yoga.
going.
So everyone's got something. So
Yeah. I mean, I think stretching and yoga is a good idea
yeah.
as well. I have that in my morning routine as well.
Really good for you, dude.
Yeah, stretching. I
So
try to do like 10, 20 minutes of that if I can.
How long is your morning routine like as a whole?
Well, the first part of it is like 30 minutes. Then I work for an hour and a half, and
Okay.
then I finish my morning routine, which is about another hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Okay.
So
What is that? Oh,
no, go ahead.
No, you
No. I was gonna ask, what time do you wake up?
Lately,
No shame, man.
yeah, it's been like 10 something.
What? Oh,
10
Pretty
o'clock?
late. Pretty late.
good for you.
My business can allow that though, which is the good thing. I can wake up at 3 p.m. and it doesn't really affect anything. The only thing I have to be present for is the video shoots, whatever time those are. But other than that, I just have to edit, so it doesn't
Really?
matter.
Good
I have
for
the
you.
bad habit of staying up late as well.
Right? Because it's undisturbed.
Yeah.
You could edit in peace.
Yeah.
You edit in peace. Nothing goes off. Nothing. I put your phone. The phone enters sleep mode.
Mm-hmm. Done.
Mentally, I know no more phone, and it's just nothing.
Right, but you could replace that nighttime with the morning where it's peaceful, and replace it with with editing or doing whatever you need to do in the
I
morning.
try so hard to do that, and I try and just get up. I have my alarm for like 6:30 every morning, and I always roll out of bed at like 7.
Yeah.
And it's just I want to get better.
Yeah,
It's tricky.
that's a good time to wake up though.
It's not. I
You
wanna
know
get
what?
better, bro. It looks like you
I
should
think
start
so,
getting
yeah.
up at 5. And I'm like, man.
Get up at 5.
I'm like, man, fuck.
What time do you go to bed?
Well, if I'm waking up at 10, like 2. So I try to get 7.5 hours of sleep. That's like ideal.
Gotcha. Same. Yeah. Whatever time I go to bed, I just 6 hours. That's it.
Yeah.
Terrible.
for you.
But that makes sense.
I think 6 hours is okay.
That makes sense.
I think any less than 6, you're pushing it. But I think 6 is fine. I think that's
Oh
fine.
man, I really want to get my 7, bro. I
Yeah.
wish. Like,
You know what? Here's something else interesting. When do you cut off electronics? Because again, terrible habit. I will edit and then like go to sleep right after, and then I can't enter deep sleep because of how long I was exposed to this.
That's
Like you need to have what?
That's why I smoke weed. Because like I just fall right to sleep.
Then
I use
you-
marijuana before I go to bed. THC knocks me out. I'm toast.
Gotcha.
So yeah, but cutoff, there's no cutoff.
There's no cutoff.
Yeah, I'm just
Because and that's why when they say like you have the hour, 2 hours of no phone, everything, like I'm realizing now that's no joke.
it's no joke.
It's no
dude,
joke
Yeah.
because then you can't enter that deep state of sleep,
No,
and then
not as easy.
so then you don't get you don't get the most out of the 6 hours.
Yeah, and that's why that's why I used to, when I was like a teenager, like I would smoke weed all the time, like during the day. But now I solely use it for bed because like I was like like indica strains just knock me out. I'm toast. I'm done. I'm falling asleep. So yeah, I don't have a cutoff, but like when I need to go to sleep, I'm like, I'm done. It's like, and it's not even a lot. It's like a little bit. It could be edibles, anything. Just a THC makes me so damn tired. I'll fall right asleep.
Interesting.
It's great. But I should probably have a cutoff too, because I feel like even though I fall asleep, I don't hit that like, I don't really go into REM because I'm like staring at like a screen until I go to bed, and then like I like fall asleep 5 minutes later.
Let's try it. Let's try it tonight.
Oh man.
We'll cut off all all electronics.
Oh man.
Finally, or just maybe just occupy that time with one of those darn books we've been trying to read but haven't gotten.
Man, you're really calling me out.
Books.
Do you read frequently?
I should.
Damn. Yeah.
We're all in the same boat. We should be. We have a bookshelf of all the books we want to read.
Yeah.
But never. We're all guilty.
It's bad. And like I'll don't go like if sometimes I'll kill a book real quick. If it's like so good. Like if it's like, or if it's like super, I feel like I need it. Like Alex Ramosey's, bro. I was like, I need to like read. I need to read this. I didn't finish it. But I'm almost there. But I was like, this book is gonna take me somewhere else. And I got a lot of nuggets from it. So
What was the book called?
100 Million Offers.
100 Million Offers. Okay.
No, 100 Million Leads. 100 Million Leads.
I have offers if you want. The offers will help us.
I feel like I should read Offers, but
It'll help us.
yeah, no, I think I'll take it from you.
It's
Do you know Alex
Sorry,
Ramosey?
I didn't mean to cut you.
No,
off.
no, you're good. You're right. I should read it.
Actually,
It's funny you say like you said it last time, and I was like, yeah, no, let's do it. And I never did. I should have reminded you. So I should probably read it.
It's I'm not done with it, but I think if we did a lot of like collaborative kind of brainstorm with it,
Yeah.
it would help us. I think it would help us put together a better game plan for what we offer through social media.
Probably.
But
There's so many nuggets. We should do that.
we gotta.
We gotta do that.
We're big into. Well, we want to get bigger into more collaborative brainstorming and sessions.
Yeah.
But we're time management is
Time management's
coming
so bad.
soon.
But so you said so
Yeah.
So you read what is some of the stuff you read? Like what is some of the stuff that you like what do you do? Because I know you said like kind of in the same boat, but like any books like really hit home for you, like help you like grow?
Atomic Habits.
Jesus.
Have you read it?
I listened to it on Blinkist and it was really good.
Yeah.
The little segments you can listen to, like gives you like have you heard of Blinkist? It's like an app.
No. I
Oh
haven't.
fuck! Well, no, it's like one of those like summary apps. It tells you the book in like 30 minutes to an hour. But continue. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take that away from you.
Yeah, what have been some of the
great.
biggest takeaways from Atomic Habits?
That it's not about the goals you set. It's about the systems you put in place.
That makes so much sense to why you. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so.
cool.
Yeah. If you have a goal of achieving something, you have to start looking at the micro, all the little things you're doing.
Yeah.
You have to look at your morning routine. You have to look at your nighttime routine. You got to look at, why you're doing things at certain times and how you can take those systems and improve on them.
Interesting.
Because once you have the system set and it's a good system, it'll last for a long time.
Huh. No shit.
Man. Focusing. So instead of saying, okay, I want to pick up another rental property. Instead of saying, okay, and then setting that expectation for yourself, you would break it down into smaller steps. Like, okay, to get this, to acquire this property, who do I need to contact? I need to contact this person. Or I could talk to, or reach out to, or at least like leave a message to whomever or a lender or.
The way you just said that, like, opened my eyes to a completely different perspective. I like the system thing. Like, I was like, okay, I get systems, but the way you like say it, like, breaking it down, like, as a whole, like, step by step, is like, it makes it a lot less overwhelming to like make a system.
Yeah, and I think one of the early stories they share in that book is the British cycling team. They had only won one tournament in like over 100 years, and they brought on this new coach, and he was a huge proponent of systems. And the first thing he did was he just started breaking down everything in this team, everything they're doing, what they're eating, what doctors they're going to, what time they're waking up, every single element of their cycling, the clothes that they're wearing. They hired new engineers to kind of make specifically designed cycling uniforms for every person, make them a few ounces lighter, every single advantage possible. The helmets they wore, everything. He took everything and tried to maximize its efficiency, its effectiveness. And within only a few years, they started winning like so many different tournaments. The Tour de France, they started winning the national championships, the Olympics.
Jeez.
In the span, from 100 years of nothing to the next 5 to 10 years being some of the best periods of the British cycling team. Because everything, and if there was even more stories, I think they got new doctors, new medical team, like everything was changed and optimized. All the little things that they did. Gotcha. They didn't look at the macro; they just looked at the micro.
Now, was the theory behind it a bunch of tiny improvements will all kind of accumulate, or were they drastic changes, or was
exactly just every day? Let's change one thing about this team that we haven't done. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a few steps forward in all these different elements. Yeah.
Interesting.
And that's why I got to read more, because like you don't hear that when you listen to like the fucking summary of the book. You don't hear like the nuggets. You just hear like this is the actual summary of the book. You don't hear like anything actually intricate. That was good.
Yeah.
You're right. That does make sense. Breaking every action down into a system. Yeah. So that, man, my mind is experiencing a breakthrough right now. So it does make it less so overwhelming. Something goes wrong here. Oh, no worries. We have our system right here written. Yeah. Like you said, it takes out the emotion. It takes out the thinking about it, and you just know what to do.
Yeah.
What the freak?
Yeah.
That's nuts, dude.
Yeah. Then you're just on cruise control. And then you can focus your mind on more important things and not the basic things. Because when the systems are in place, then, your mind's free for other realms.
That's been a huge lesson today. Since that freaking shower.
Yeah, that shower got to you, bro. That shower got to me. Like,
it was...
What happened in the shower?
So,
that sounds bad.
Yo, what's going on?
One of our tenants just moved in. He's an interesting fella.
Yeah.
He watches this episode. Hears you say that. I got a phone call. Like,
his attorney's just ready.
He's ready to get us fucking sued, bro. Like,
fuck, dude. So they've had a bunch of different requests. They've been kind of reasonable, like the shades, getting them, finished putting up the shades for them, little things like that. So I've been kind of, yesterday and today I was kind of, situating them because they moved in last night. And so one of the things was on the to-do list was to replace a part in the lower, what turns the water on and off. There's a diverter that no longer is functional. And when you try to like push it in, water starts spitting out. So I was like, darn, I'm going to save that for the very last thing. And so I got to it yesterday. And it was an easy fix. I took off everything and I start kind of disassembling pieces. Turns out that everything about the house is funky. So I had to go back to Home Depot.
That's never good.
To get a piece that I needed to finish the job. But by then it was 10:30 p.m. and Home Depot was closed. So I was like, guys, I'm going to be back first thing tomorrow morning to finish the shower. So I, wake up in the morning, go to Home Depot. Okay, cool. I'm thinking about the rest of the process the entire night. I wake up, I'm still thinking about what's left behind the shower because some of the pipes, I knew. I was like, as soon as I uncover some of this stuff, I knew it's gonna be more fucked up than it is. I was like, I'm praying that like it's quick. You know, we were supposed to go do something. I was like, but I just know something's gonna go wrong, and I know it's gonna get to me. And so I get there, you know, with the right equipment. I take everything off, and then nothing seemed to be going too wrong. I reassemble the pieces, brand new pieces, I put them in, and I go to test it. I turn everything back on, and then like even further back in the wall space, I see water like spitting out. I was like,
Oh.
I'm like, this is like pushing. This is really pushing. I was like, I saved this project. This was the last like thing to fix in the unit, and I was like, I knew it was gonna be bad. And I'm like, dang it, fuck, it is bad. and so I'm like contemplating, man. I'm like, do I call someone? Do I not call someone? I'm like,
And then the phone gave you shit.
and then so I you know, there's one contact that we've used before, and I call him, and he was an asshole, and I was like, damn it, well,
He's losing his custody battle, bro. That's why he's upset.
I was like, man, I'm like, there are a lot, and I start thinking to myself, we're about to pick up more projects, and meaning there are a lot more responsibilities coming, right, associated, and you know, you gotta like be mindful of where everybody's at and who's fixing what, and that everything's up to code, and I'm like, damn, and I'm over here, I'm letting this freaking shower give me a hard time, and I'm like, damn, bro, I'm like, crazy. And where was I going with this? The shower, the time it took me to fix that shower was a deep reflectionary period. And on the car ride earlier, I was like, you know, we were kind of stumbling upon, you know what, like taking things step by step and just not worrying about, oh, I got to finish this. Like just thinking about adopting that mindset and that system in that car ride back brought so much peace internally. And then hearing your story, how you have everything kind of like planned for you so that you could just wake up and just do. That blows my mind, bro.
You gotta take some notes, dog.
That absolutely blows my mind. And to hear like how cool and comfortable you are, and how you like you're just confident in that system. Dude, give yourself some credit, bro.
Oh, you make me blush, Marcos.
That's-
You make me blush.
Because no, honestly, like personally, that's something that gets to me. And it could be because we're so used to, you know, responding to one boss and then responding to our stuff, and then, you know, we got all our personal stuff trying to fit in, and it's like dude, where should my mind even be at? But then, like, you know, you don't really see many friends that are in a similar space or that are pursuing something similar. And so then you start to believe, well, maybe I'm supposed to be living like this. Maybe this is normal. And then perfect timing, you coming here and kind of sharing that, like, no, dude, like it's okay. That's blowing my mind right now. And I gotta say, dude, like, thank you. Those are some good nuggets. And then hearing you, like, you know, reflect as well. My mind's just like, I don't know. I'm in a really weird spot right now, and it's, but it's good.
Yeah. Taking it in, dude. Yeah.
What you guys are saying is absolutely changing me as we speak.
This guy.
Man, bro.
I love that. No, that was good.
Man.
That was good.
You're having a moment.
Yeah.
Man.
But yeah, no, dude. I love your demeanor too. You're very like, you're just like collected. You're just like zen.
Yeah.
Do you meditate at all?
No.
Really?
No.
Interesting.
I did for a little bit.
Wasn't feeling it.
Nah.
That's fair.
I think I'm already naturally pretty chill and calm and
That's fair. I need it, bro. Like I need it to like help me like get to the next like level of zen. But no, it's interesting. So yeah, we won't take up too much more of your time. But so what's the goal? So what's the next step with your business? What are you looking to What are you looking to do? What are some services you provide? Well, let me rephrase that. What are you looking to do in the next like 3 or 5 years? Like 1 to 5 years. What's the goal for?
Yeah, you said you've tried a bunch of different stuff. Where do you see yourself
What do you
going?
think you're?
See, I focus very much on the present, and my mind is less geared towards thinking far into the future. But I do have dreams. I mean,
Dude, share.
in the next like 5 to 10 years, I'll have to make a decision if I want to continue down the path of a video production company, or if I want to shift gears to be more of like a movie director and kind of go down that path of making films and directing movies. I mean, that's an option. But right now I'm really enjoying, the whole process of making videos.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. I don't want to give that away right now.
What are your biggest industries?
Food industry, real estate industry, and I want to get into the travel space. So I'm doing that on the side right now.
Travel space.
Kind of more
what do
for
you mean?
fun. Like, it's kind of hard to explain. I just really like cinematography and capturing beautiful moments and places and people.
Yeah.
So
nice.
yeah, on Instagram, there's been from Reels, there's been a growing audience of people that just like watching cinematic, beautiful travel videos.
I'm the audience, dude.
You've watched those types of videos?
Oh my god! So when they've done like the cool soundtracks, just like beautiful like Switzerland mountains. I'm like, oh my god, yeah, it's so nice.
So that's what I'm doing on the side for like my personal social media. That's what I'm growing, and I want to go to Switzerland and record there, and hopefully do that. So I started with like New York City. I went there to film. I went to the Catskill Mountains, which aren't too far away. Filmed there. And hopefully when the summer comes, I'll have some places in mind to travel to and keep growing that collection of just video clips that I can just keep using for these travel videos.
That's
so
massive.
That would be fun. I really do enjoy traveling and seeing new places.
Where's the places you've been? Some of your like favorite places?
Favorite places, Poland. That's like my home country.
Ooh. Oh, yeah?
I've been to Poland. I was there for almost a month, so I got to see the whole country from the bottom to the top, the mountains, the sea, the big cities, the small villages. Poland's amazing. I love Poland. It's more diverse, and it's actually just an incredible country. Yeah. I didn't think it was all that until I showed up and got to see it from all these different angles. It's a beautiful place. Canada, I really enjoy Canada. I've been to Montreal a couple of times. It's fun there. It's a really cool city. It's hip. It's new. It's fun. I'd say Tennessee was one of my favorite trips in the United States. Los Angeles / San Diego. I really enjoyed going there. That was a unique trip. I lived on a bus for like 10 days.
Really?
Out in Los Angeles.
You like by yourself or like with people?
With people.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I thought you just like rented a bus and you were just like out there.
No,
I was like, damn. Okay.
I was living with some hippies down there in Los Angeles.
Hey, good for you. Whatever works.
That's
man.
cool.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Where are you going next?
Where am I traveling to next?
Yeah.
Well, there's a total solar eclipse happening.
Really?
Did you guys hear of that?
No.
You haven't heard of that?
No.
It's happening like here.
Is it really?
In Connecticut?
Like not in Connecticut. Well, Connecticut will experience like a 80% eclipse, but you won't see the darkness. But if you drive up to like Burlington, Vermont, which is the closest city, like 3.5 hours away,
really?
there will be complete darkness during the day for like 4 minutes, which is insane. It's not much. It doesn't sound like much, but
when is that?
It's April 8th. It's on a Monday.
Really?
I'm taking the day off. I'm going up to Burlington, Vermont with my friends, or maybe even we have a few options. There's Burlington, Vermont is having it. Niagara Falls will have it. The top of New York, so like the Adirondack Mountains, we might go there. So we're just gonna go spend the weekend there, and then on Monday, yeah, it's like a crazy phenomenon. Like the next one that's happening in the United States won't be until 2070, I think.
Wow.
Maybe.
All right, so maybe
yeah.
we should.
That'd be something.
Okay,
So,
so we should
it's
plan
crazy.
that. That'd be. I kind of want to say that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
At 3:30 p.m. in
oh, you got
Burlington,
mapped out,
Vermont.
bro.
Yeah, I got it
Dude,
mapped
you're on
out.
top of
I bought like these special glasses so you can look directly in the sun without hurting your eyes. So you can see the moon crossing over the sun. It's gonna be a really cool.
You can take
experience.
footage.
Maybe. We'll
Maybe?
see. It depends where we travel. If we go to Niagara Falls, yes. If we go to the top of the mountains, probably. If
Mhm.
we go to Burlington, Vermont, probably not. I'm more in the space of capturing nature. So,
Fair.
Gotcha,
That's really cool.
dude.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, that sounds so cool.
yeah. No, I think everyone, if you can go.
Oh,
you
we
should
can
do
find a
it.
way to get. Yeah,
You
see,
should.
I didn't even know it was a thing.
Yeah.
Until you just said it.
Wow.
Yeah.
But dude, that's awesome.
Well, what's your purpose, dude? What do you think your purpose is?
Ooh.
That's a tough one. I have thought about it a bit.
Because I love that you're a chill dude. I love that, you seem very collected. You have your systems, they work. What's your purpose, dude? What's your goal? Do we still have time? It's 9:30.
Not there. What's my purpose? I think it's continuously evolving and it's being shown through the people I'm helping with. I think the best example of a video I've done that's really touched people's hearts was the wedding video that I did. I did my first ever wedding video over the summer. For the longest time I've neglected it, but someone caught me at the right time, asked the question like, "Hey, do you want to make me a wedding video?" And I said
you
yes.
show us? Can you
Yeah.
pull it up?
Right now?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I can show it to you.
Out of curiosity, yeah.
And while I was editing it, I was tearing up just
Yeah.
watching it.
It's a beautiful moment in someone's life.
Yeah, it's like the most important day of their life.
Mm.
Like for 99.9% of people, it's the best day of their life. And I'm responsible for capturing it and showing it to them for what they will see and show their kids, their grandkids, family for like the rest of their life, their best day ever. And it was an honor, to be there and to do that. And then to give them a video that they absolutely loved and watched like hundreds of times already. And they also cried. I'd hope they'd cry if I was crying. And their family was all like thanking me and everything. So I think the wedding video was the greatest example of how my work can touch people's hearts. But even just a simple reel that's like 10 seconds long that someone sees could just put a little smile on their face, and therefore, it just ranges from those little moments where I can make someone just smile or feel a certain way to a wedding video where it's like a piece of them that they will have for the rest of their life.
That's so crazy, and you provided that to somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that intimate of a moment. Interesting.
So wedding videos are tough because there's a lot of pressure, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
Like you have to capture all these moments. So I don't know how many more I'll do, but
Wanna
I'll
do
probably
mine?
do a few more.
Do you want to do mine?
Oh, you're getting married soon?
Yeah. In like the
Oh,
next
so
year.
you want to see this then?
Yeah, I do.
Here.
That's so interesting. So they're doing their thing, and you just have to keep up with the shots.
Yeah, I had a second shooter though, so
Oh yeah.
I had like an insurance policy in case I missed something.
Gosh.
Oh, smart, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Damn, bro. She's about to be Mr. and Mrs. Burris, bro.
Yeah, if you want to do it like completely serious, like I would love that. That'd be really cool. Is this because like
That was clean. Hold on, did you see that?
dude, hold on, it's like how can I like how the audio like
Bro, that moment, I know they were tearing up when they saw that. That's a cold moment.
that was fucking so cold.
Yeah.
Was that edited or they were actually dancing out there too?
Yeah, we had also like a video session before the reception.
Yeah.
So I had an hour long to like film them doing stuff. Oh. There's like a music change. So it changes to like a happy beat when they're
Yeah.
like dancing and completely different vibe. This like
Yeah.
last 2 minutes of the video.
Dude, no shit.
Dude, good for them, and dude, good for you.
Good
dude.
for. Oh, jeez. You fucking killed it. So you say that's
Yeah.
your best piece?
It's the one that, yeah, I would.
That was
because it touched someone's heart, and I in a way that, in the deepest way
I
possible.
think, dude, I mean, I don't know about you, but like, that's like a niche in itself. You change someone's fucking life. You know what I mean? You're like you said, they'll show their kids will show their kids. Like, you created a legacy for somebody. Just like, it wasn't easy, but like, you are the reason that they have that. Like, your own personal touch, your own personal, like, name is the reason that they have that in their life.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, when I internalized that and when I realized that, yeah, it blew my mind that piece is gonna stuck with them forever.
I'm completely serious. Like,
Yeah.
in like another year and a half, when we get like do it, then like because we're getting married in like a year and a half. After our kids born, we're having a kid in September. So after the kids born and once she's like stabilized, then we plan on having the wedding. So
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, reach out. Maybe I'll still be making them.
hopefully
We'll
save
see,
one
we'll
more for
see.
me. Save one more for me. Just one more. He'll be killing it, bro. He'll be doing all that shit. Like, please, just one more. Wedding
He's
video.
saying, hurry up, dude.
I know, right? No, it's good, but
Yeah, we'll see.
dude, but
That's
no,
cool.
so that's awesome. So what where can people find you, learn more about you, and are you taking any particular clients that you want to reach out to you directly?
Yeah, you can find me in 2 different ways. My business is Kuba Studios, which I have a website, an Instagram, a YouTube channel, and then I have my personal page, which is Kuba 101, or you could find me at Jacob Benaziak, and I'm on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, even LinkedIn, although I'm not posting on there yet. I probably should. But yeah, everywhere.
Cool.
Wow.
And if you point, excuse me, if you point and like look at the camera and say follow me on my socials, Marcos can clip it. So like, your socials
Wow,
pop
some
up.
fancy editing, huh?
Yeah. So like if you want to, perfect.
Right here. No,
Yeah.
you know what? Up there. You know what,
Dang.
Marcos?
over
Oh
there.
my
Right
God.
there.
Right?
Actually, let's put it right on
Inventory.
Marcos.
Like,
There you go. Now you got some
Jeez.
more editing to do.
All right, Janelle, you got it. It's all you, Janelle.
yeah, Janelle, please make it happen. She got it. She's good.
So good.
Oh, is Janelle? Janelle's
Yeah.
editing this?
Janelle's our podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry,
She does.
I thought Marcos was editing this. Send this to him and have him edit that last part.
Yeah, please do. actually.
She's phenomenal. She's absolutely
She's really
phenomenal.
good. She does a good job for these.
Dude.
Cool.
That sounds, man. I am very thankful that you came on. That you said yes. That you were as quick to say yes as you were.
I enjoy podcasts.
That was cool.
And I enjoy you. Spending time with you.
That was-
That is
So,
such a deep. That's
Dude.
so
yeah.
nice.
And it's been a while since we've seen each other.
Wow.
Like I said, probably like 6 months, maybe longer. Even.
It's been. I have no clue. I have
Yeah.
no clue.
Yeah, without hesitation, I'm like, let's do it.
Wow.
Cool,
Good stuff.
dude.
And to see you prosper, because I remember the conversations around like this is what I'm doing. I remember having those conversations, and to hear that, like, dude, you're chilling.
You're killing it.
Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you.
I was even part of it. I'm proud of you, bro. Like, I'm just,
It's cool.
dude, yeah.
Appreciate
But,
it. Nick. Yeah.
Is there anything else? Any like last bit of advice that you would offer to someone, or you want to shout out anyone? Screw you guys! I told you.
Nah, you know, it'd be cool if I had like some sort of philosophical phrase I could kind of end the video off.
Yeah.
But nah, I think I'm good. I
That's
think
it.
Cool.
I've said what I need
Alright,
to say.
man.
Thank you.
Dude, thank you, Kuba, for hopping on. And at some point, we could have a part 2.
We 100% will. And I'm telling other people, once I get like a nicer spot, like a nicer like actual studio, preferably in a raised ranch we could build out, it'll be a lot cleaner. You don't have to worry
Yeah.
about like not everyone can see it, but this place is a mess. Anyways,
It's okay.
it's okay.
It's okay.
But
Yeah,
thank,
man,
thank you for
outro.
joining us. Appreciate you.
Of course.
Yeah. Until the next one. So thank you
That's
for watching the AstraCAST. Oh, do you want to do it?
No, that's all you.
No, are you sure? You positive?
all you, bro.
Okay, bro. Okay. Like, yes, thank you for watching the AstraCAST. This has been episode 11. We have a few more. I can't even talk. We have a couple more guests lined up for you guys coming soon. Some pretty big investors will be joining us. We're very excited for them to drop some nuggets to us to help us grow. Yeah, so stay tuned for those. We'll drop some nuggets for us, drop some nuggets for you guys, and yeah, keep it moving. So thank you for watching this episode of the AstraCAST. We'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.